Tuesday's market SITREP here at Top Gun Options. Matthew Buckley, my call sign is Wiz, and day two of Full Throttle is halfway through in the books. We just knocked out our primary live trade brief this morning. We put on an Apple bull put spread, which I'll show you in a couple minutes, and also a long call diagonal with a protected put on Goldman Sachs. If you haven't had a chance to register for Full Throttle yet, it goes until Friday. So head to go.topgunoptions.com/joinft. That means join Full Throttle. It's free, folks, and the flight schedule is down here on the page of everything that we're doing. We did our in brief last night at 8 o'clock. I'll show you where you can watch that replay. We just did our primary live trade brief, and then I'm going to do my urgent alert sometime today or Thursday. We'll see. And then tomorrow, accelerated retirement, vertical spread training, ALTB, and then weekly options on Friday. Still an action-packed week left to go. If you need to watch the replay from last night's session or this morning's session with the Apple and Goldman Sachs trades, head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT replay. Full throttle replay. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? So last night, it was an in-brief. We covered my strategic, operational, and tactical methodology, the acronym NOT FEAR 2017 and what that means, and also we covered our 7-step trade plan in depth. So I demonstrated that last night, and we do in the morning, folks. Demoed last night. We did today with Apple and Goldman Sachs. Very, very good session. A lot of fired up folks. So I'm very, very looking forward to opening up our slots tomorrow afternoon for accelerated retirement. Okay, so again, here's the replay page. Go.topgunoptions.com/FT replay. And here's if you want to attend the rest of the sessions, you have to register on this page. Go.topgunoptions.com/joinft. All right, let's get down to business here. A lot of stuff going on globally, folks. But again, here's what the market cares about. Jeff Sessions testifying today. I really don't care. I understand that the three major, kind of, if you can call them pullbacks, we're all political. There's the sell the State of the Union. There's a Republican clown car on not being able to repeal Obamacare. There's the Comey memo. At this point, we're done, folks. It's time to get airborne again. Trump team proposes broad rethink of the financial rulebook. It's about time. Trump regulation plan makes for pleasant reading on Wall Street. Why do you think I put on the Goldman Sachs trade today, guys? Treasury Department's report on bank regulation recommends several changes that would greatly benefit top Wall Street institutions. When you see these words, top Wall Street institutions, what is the first one that comes to mind? Of course it is. It's the Death Star, Goldman Sachs. So very, very good news today that Mnuchin is finally going to get around to gutting Frankendodd, taking a hatchet to the Volcker rule, easy for me to say, and paring back the power of watchdogs like the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Under Obama, these things turned into brown shirts, man. So kind of throttling back some of these financial watchdogs, not getting back to the Wild West days of subprime mortgages, right? Hey, here's a really, really, really crappy mortgage, but let's slice it up into really good of the really, really crappy, all the way up to the subprime. We're not going to let that stuff happen again, and if we do, we deserve everything bad that's going to happen to us. But this is great news for the financials, folks. The other good news for the financial stocks are what? Tomorrow's Fed meeting. Goldman Sachs was already up 1% today, but I think, with the Fed raising interest rates tomorrow, the Fed funds futures rate is up at about 90%. So if they don't raise tomorrow, it would be stunning to the market. I think we'd actually head down because the market would be freaked out about, wait a minute, what's the Fed seeing that we ain't seeing? So that wouldn't necessarily be good. And Goldman themselves said, hey, the Fed's going to hike this week. But here are a couple interesting questions. So very, very happy with what's going on here. We talked about volatility last night in the Welcome Aboard brief, but good article in the journal about the VIX and what's going on with volatility. Nice $675 profit, 24% gain on our bullish double vertical in VXX. Told my members to get out of it yesterday as volatility spiked. And then, hey, if you were savvy enough, you got short vol. Apple, like I said, we put on a bull put spread. Make sure you watch the replay. Got filled on it. It was already up a little bit. Look at this. We're up 13%, $262 on our Apple bull put spread since I put it on a couple minutes ago. And here's the trade. I sold 75 of the June 30 143 puts, bought the 142 as a hedge, risking $5,400 to potentially make $2,100 with a look at this 71% probability of max profit in 2 weeks. Any of you raise your hand if you wouldn't mind making $2,100 in 2 weeks. Give me a hell yeah, absolutely. So very, very nice trade on Apple there, and I'm still trying to get filled on my Goldman Sachs long call diagonal. I'm going to walk it on up another probably about 10 cents from here and just keep walking it on up until I get filled. If you don't know what walking it on up means, you got to watch the replay from today's session, which will be posted here on the replay page shortly. Okay. I think the tech route, I don't think it's going to be a dead cat bounce. I mean, no offense to my feline loving friends here, but a dead cat bounce would be this. Apple imploding 5% on Friday. Come on, folks, way oversold. This was black box and momentum trading. It wasn't based on fundamentals. A dead cat bounce would be this and then back lower. If it does, I would be adding to my Jan19 Apple positions. But I put on a bull put spread right around here. There's that 143, 144-ish level. 143, 142, whatever it was, because right here we chopped around. This was support, resistance, support, and then we popped up around earnings and the dividend. So I think that tech sell-off was way overblown, and it was trading. It wasn't on fundamental, so that's why we're back in it. Okay, but again, I remain cautiously bullish, folks. We have some China industrial production I'm going to be taking a look at from China. The BOE, Bank of England, is going to be meeting. And then, which is Carney, not Mario Draghi, I got that wrong today. And then Kuroda with Bank of Japan. So we have some macro events around the world that could be moving us around. But everybody remain calm. The North Korea situation is over. It's been resolved. Peace is broken out because Dennis Rodman is going back to North Korea. And he should be able to sort everything out. Okay, I'm being facetious, obviously. And I might do my urgent alert this afternoon on getting long volatility again. That's how we trade VXX, folks. Volatility can spike 10, 20, 40% in a matter of minutes. And once the reason the market is creeped out goes away, it implodes. It's called a volatility crush. So you got to be very, very nimble trading vol, get in and out, quick strikes, okay? But folks, like I said, we have two events done so far. I think we have 4 or 5 more events for the rest of the week for Full Throttle. Grab your slot here. Go.topgunoptions.com/joinft, and then this is the replay page. Go.topgunoptions.com/FT replay. And like I said, tomorrow afternoon, after our accelerated retirement session at 1 o'clock is when I will officially open the slots. We had about 4 or 5 people. We have some support tickets asking for to sign up already. We don't do any early. When we fire the gun tomorrow afternoon, it's 50 slots and 50 slots only. When we get those, we're done. We don't take 51, we don't take 60, we take 50, because as many of you saw, with over 6,000 people have registered for this Full Throttle week, it becomes a zoo. We don't like zoo live trade briefs. I can't stand it. We keep them nice and tight so you can get that personalized attention, okay? All right, folks, I got to run. Got the rest of a busy day here. I'll get the replay posted on this page shortly. So happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. I'll see many of you tomorrow for accelerated retirement and tomorrow night for Doug Robertson's vertical spread training. Happy hunting, God bless, and I'll see you guys then.